so making your way onto your back. Oh. Give yourself a big hug. Bring your arms into cactus. I'm just going to have you spin your knees up towards the ceiling. So you're making a little circle. Just want you to get a little bit of a massage there. All right, so let's go ahead. Just start with the soles of your feet onto your mat. And let's just bring them, you can bring them wider than hip distance. Arms into those goal posts, that cactus. Take a deep breath in. Go ahead and go. Push up the breath out through the mouth. Inhale. Big exhale. Take it again. Inhale. Exhale. All right, let's widen the stance with the feet, dip our knees in towards one another. Tilt your head back slightly, open up the throat. And start to just acquaint yourself with your Ujjayi. Just establishing this breath pattern. So you can carry this Ujjayi breathing all through your practice, linking your breaths to your movement. If you haven't already, start to secure your lower back into the mat. Separating the knees, linking your eyes open, and just go with a gentle sway of your knees from side to side. Drop those knees on over to either side. Roll on over and slowly ease yourself on up. Come around up to a seated position where we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. So as you're lengthening through the spine, draw the heads of the shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale. Let's just send the chest forward, wrapping your hands around your feet, and then dropping the head down. Oh, nice release of that neck, the cervical spine. And just start to rock your head side to side. Coming to center, slowly rolling yourself on up. Go with gentle neck rolls here. And reverse. And right to center. Draw the knees together and send your legs out in front of you. And go with a point and a flex. Draw that extra skin out from underneath. Little micro bend into the knees. Walk the hips back and send the chest forward. Exhale. Slowly coming on up. Keep the feet flexed, lengthen through the spine, and go for a little twist. Looking back and over your shoulder. Slowly unwind and switch sides. Go with a slow unwind. Take a bend into the knees and then come into a traditional seated pose. Hands on top of the knees. And just go with some nice, big upper body circles. And reverse. And right to center. Let's dip the left shoulder down. Slowly coming on up and dip on over to the other side. And right back to center. Draw the knees on in, wrap your arms around, give yourself a hug. And then slowly unwind, lean back, uncross the legs, crisscross opposite ankles, and wrap around. Good, and then slowly unwind and send the legs back and around. And let's find child's pose. So I'm gonna have you sit your bottom back into your heels. You're gonna lengthen your arms out in front of you. Drop the chest down, sending the fingertips away. Giving you that opportunity to loosen up into the lower back, getting into the inner thighs. Go ahead and stay there. Inhale to look up. Travel your fingertips on over to your right and fold over your thigh. Coming around to center, and on over to the left, and bow. And then slowly coming back and around. We're starting to get this child's pose a little more active. You slide the hands on back just a little bit so that the heads of the shoulders are drawing back. Hollowing out the underarms, but you've got your forearms lifted up off of your mat. Okay, so I want you to spread your fingers really, really wide. Drive the hips back into the heels. Exhale, drop your head. And slowly coming on up. Draw the knees in. Send the hips up and back. Down to the forearms. Bring the palms together. And dip down low into this extended puppy pose. Good. Slowly coming on up. Top of a table, we'll move through some cat-cow stretches. So just get that rhythm of your breath. Nice drawing in of your navel in towards your spine, activating the core. And neutralizing. Let's pick up this right knee. I'm going to have you circle out your hips. So we're just going to start to wake up the hips, okay? So we're going to do a little bit of strength building today, just so that you have a decent idea of what's coming, even though it's gentle yoga. And we'll go ahead and go with the reverse. So you just go at your own pace. If you need to take a child's pose or you need a break, you just give yourself a break. Settle that knee on down. And take it on over to the other side. Nice big hip circles here. and reverse. And then settle that knee down. Let's curl our toes under. Open up the arches of the feet. Wake up those toes. Rock the hips a little side to side. And then slowly coming on up. Let's go ahead and neutralize. So we are still going to stay stacked into the bones. Send your right leg back and behind you. We've got that right hip bone pointing down. A little bit of balance here as we send this left arm out in front of us. Good. Pausing here, just getting a feel for the balance. You've got your shoulder over the elbow, over the wrist. Always check in, spread the fingers wide, little micro bend into that elbow. Exhale, send the hand down and release that knee down. Left leg, bring it on back. Again, left hip bone pointing down towards the mat. Send your right arm out in front of you. Again, stacking the shoulder over the elbow, over the wrist, that little micro bend. Good. And exhale, send the hand and the knee down. Go ahead. Send the right leg back again. We're going to bend into this right knee, okay, and then we're going to send it back. So what I want you to feel is an engagement into the hamstring and into the glutes. So I want you to give a good squeeze, but nothing with tension. So if you're drawing in, you're squeezing in and release. Take it again. Don't dump into the left hip though, so don't compromise. I want you to also engage the core, stay really strong here. Okay, let's go for 5 more. That's going to give us a total of 10. Let's go 5, 4. Good job. 3. Make sure you're breathing. Last 2. And 1. Good. Now settle that knee on down. Let's give the wrists a little bit of a break and send the hips up. We won't come to a full extended puppy pose. We're just gonna settle here. Slowly coming on up and other side. Sending now that left leg back and behind you. We're gonna take a bend into the knee, drive the heel in towards the glute. Again, squeeze. You notice the difference between the two sides. Here's 2. Again, so this side, I can tell is probably a little bit weaker for me. And so because that I notice that, I'm gonna try equally as hard, but I'm also going to nurture that side, okay? So I don't wanna overdo it, I wanna tighten the grip. So we'll go for 4 more. So here's 4, 3, 2, last 1, good. And send that knee on down. Curl your toes under, send your hips into the heels, and then just hollow out the belly. So I want you to navel in towards your spine. Give a little space into the lower back. Drop the head. Good. Slowly coming on up. All right, so now we're going to take this right leg again, back and behind us, take a bend into the knee. We're gonna pulse up, okay, so but I'm gonna have you open up a little bit and so that we're targeting a little bit more on the outer glute. And so you turn the foot out just a little bit and you're gonna pulse at 15. So it's pulse, 2, 3, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hopefully you felt a little bit of a burn. All right, let's shake out the wrists. And we'll take it to the other side. Give it a shake. All right, right back top of the table, sending now the left leg back, bending into the knee, and then just opening up a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna pulse for 15. So pulse, 2, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I like that burn, that's so good. And release it on down. Let's go ahead and come into a supported child's pose. We're gonna send the hips back, into the heels. We're going to bring our arms right alongside our body. Rest your chest over the top of your thighs. Surrender. All right, slowly send those arms out in front of you. Slowly coming on up. Walk the knees back just slightly. Tops of the feet can rest down. You're going to slowly lower down. Chaturanga. Come to a little cobra. Strong legs together. Good. Slowly press yourself back up using upper body and core strength. Send the hips again back into the heels. Slowly coming up. And you can bring your heels in towards the glutes if you care to. And send the legs back. Little cobra. Exhale, release down. And press yourself back up. And hips back into the heels. One more time. Coming up, we're waking up that upper body. Heels in towards the glutes. Optional, lowering on down. Coming into a little cobra. Exhale, release. Slowly coming on up. Good. And right back. With the hips into the heels. Slowly drag your hands towards your knees. Sit back into your heels if you can. Shake it out. Maybe some neck rolls. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Let's make our way into a plank pose. So you're going to drive the heels back, shoulders over the elbows, over the wrist. We've got a nice strong core here. Navel in towards your spine and send your hips up and back. So here is our first downward facing dog. And let's go ahead and walk it out. So just bend one knee at a time. Feel free to have those hips sway side to side a little bit. And let's bring the feet wide. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Send the heels into the mat. Drop your head. Clasp at the elbows. Sway side to side. And then slowly roll yourself all the way to standing. Open up the chest. Exhale, arms down at your side. We'll keep the feet wide, wider than hip distance. Send your arms out to the side and reach on over. Good, slowly coming on up and take it to the other side. And reach. Finding all that space through the side body. Good, coming on up, take it again to the other side. And slowly coming on up and take it to the other side. And right back to center heads of the shoulders on back. Open up. Bring your hands to your heart and toe heel your feet together. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll start to move through some vinyasas. So bring the arms down at your side. Inhale, send the arms up. Exhale to fold forward. Looking up halfway. Go ahead, take both feet back. Optional to drop the knees, chaturanga. Come through to cobra. Maybe you're going into an up dog. Press back. Great job. Downward facing dog. Head is heavy. Walk it out. Look up in between your hands. Step or lightly hop. to the top of your mat. Gaze up halfway. Shoulders back and away from the ears. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. A bend into the elbows. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, both feet back. Chaturanga. Through to cobra or up dog. Downward facing. Pedaling it out. Listening to the sound of your breath. Stepping or lightly hopping to the top of your mat, looking up. Exhale, folding forward. All the way to standing, lifting up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's go ahead and move on. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Looking up halfway. Taking both feet back. You can step or lightly hop back. Floating through to your cobra or up dog. Pressing back into downward facing dog. Sending your right leg behind you. Step your foot in between your hands. Knees directly over the ankle. Send your arms up and over your head. Palms meet, elbows bend. Reach the fingertips back up. Revolve over the knee with a little twist. Right back to center. Swoop your arms back up. Exhale, hands come down. Right leg comes back. Chaturanga. Through to that cobra or up dog. Press back. Into downward facing dog. Left leg, send it behind. Step it through, knee again directly over the ankle. Coming on up. Palms meet. Elbows bend. Reach back up. Hands to the heart and twist over the knee. Good. Right back to center. Swoop the arms back up. Exhale. Hands come down. Leg comes back. Move through your vinyasa. Downward facing. Maybe a nice exhale will feel good. Step or lightly hop to the top of your mat. Looking up halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Firm down. And come all the way to standing. Cactus your arms out to the side. Exhale. Hands to your heart. And arms down at your side. Let's move on. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale, fold deeply forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, both feet back. Take your chaturanga through to your cobra or up dog. Press back into downward facing dog. Right leg behind you. Step the foot in between the hands. Back foot will swivel down. Let's open up into warrior two. Sinking it down. Checking in with the arms. They're nice and even. Your gaze is going out over the furthest point, your middle finger. Good. From here, turn the palms up. Send the palms up together, straighten the front leg. Exhale, lunge right back down into warrior two. Take it again, palms up. Exhale, right back to warrior two. One more time, coming up. Exhale, warrior two. Send that elbow to the top of the thigh and reach your arm out and over your ear. We want to make sure we're not leaning into this leg. And slowly coming on up back to warrior two. And send the arms all the way down and take that right leg back. Chaturanga. The roots of the cobra or up dog. Press back into downward facing dog. Left leg, send it behind. Step the foot all the way through, back foot swivels down. You're gonna get this rear view now. And open the arms out to the side, warrior two. You can always check in. Good, the palms will turn up. We'll straighten out the front leg as the palms meet. And exhale right back down into the warrior two, lunging down and slowly coming back up. And exhale. Take it again. And exhale right back to warrior two. Not putting weight into the top of the leg, bring that elbow to the top of the thigh. Opposite arm sends out and over your ear. Good, slowly coming on up. Exhale, sending the arms all the way down. Left leg comes back. And float on through, meeting in downward facing dog. Heavy head. Now shift forward to plank. Pausing for just a moment. Good. Drop on down to your knees. Cat-cow stretch it so that's round. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, go ahead and neutralize. So where we're going next is we're going to end up doing some shoulder taps. So what that looks like, if you are in plank, your shoulder taps look like this, where you bring one hand up to touch the shoulder, like this. But we want to make sure that we don't have our hips flipping all over the place. You can also drop to your knees, shoulder tap here, okay? Just keep a firm belly, and you're here, okay? So we're gonna take 5 shoulder taps on each side. You choose what's gonna be best for you. Maybe you wanna go, 3 on the knees, then you go 2 with lifting the knees up. So let's go ahead and start together, finding either plank or onto your knees. So we lift up the right hand to touch the left shoulder, and other side. So there's 2, here's 3, last 2, and last 1. See, not so that downward facing dog, good job. Shift forward. Let's see if we can't take another set, okay? Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good job. Downward facing dog. I told you we were going to do a little bit of strength building. But there's always modifications. Let's shift forward. Last set here at 5. Last 3, 2, last 1. Great job. Pause and plank. Inhaling and exhaling. If you can, slowly lower down, chaturanga. Slide the toes back, zip the legs together, little cobra. Good, exhale. Let's bring our arms right alongside our body. And rest your forehead onto your mat. Let the shoulders round forward. And go with an exhale. Out the mouth. Zip the legs together. So we want them strong like a big tail behind us. Head to the shoulders back. I'm going to have you lift just the upper body. Keep the hands down, flat onto the mat. Toes stay down. Exhale. And lift. And exhale. 3 more. Here's 3. Last 2. And 1. So building strength into the core, into the lower back. Slide the hands right alongside the breast line. Press yourself up. Come into a brief child's pose that's supported. Good. And slowly coming back up to find top of the table. And look up at the top of your mat. Good. And lower on down into a modified chaturanga. We're going to zip the legs together. We're going to bring the hands so they're right alongside the breast line. So the elbows shouldn't flail out to the side. Everything should be tucked in to the midline. We're just going to move the feet and float them up off of the mat. So we're securing the palms. Now we're going to just lift the legs and lower. So I want you to squeeze the glutes, use your core. And here's 3. We're going to go for 10, okay? Make sure you're breathing. We've got 5 more. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good job. And set the feet down, bring the feet wide, bring your hands in front of you, bend the knees. Let's loosen up that lower back. And reverse. Now send the legs behind. We're going to put it all together. So the hands are going to float off, as will the legs. So we'll be coming up simultaneously. We're going to take 10 rounds, okay? So remember, you've really got to keep the legs strong together, or you're going to put way too much pressure into your lower back, and your lower back would probably end up aching later. So we don't want that. We want everything engaged. Hands by the breast line, head to the shoulders back. And inhale, lift. Exhale, lower 10 times. We're halfway there. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Pause and hold. Good job. Exhale, release, and just move the hands in front. Rock those hips side to side. All right, good job. So I'm going to have you bend into this left knee. Reach back and around for the top of your foot. Hopefully you can grab it give a stretch to the quadricep. All right, go ahead and release. Switch sides, right knee bends, reach for the top of the foot, get a stretch. And go ahead and release. Hands by the breast line. Slowly press yourself up. Send the hips back into the heels. Long stretch into the lower back. Good. Slowly coming on up. All right, let's bring the legs on through however you like to get there. Soles of the feet together. We're going to come on forward. And slowly coming on up and draw the knees together. All right, we're going to send one leg out in front of us. We're going to bring that other leg on up. So this is going to be cradling the baby. So might be able to see it a little bit easier like this. So we've got one leg out in front of us, cradling the baby. Let's keep this foot flexed, okay? We want this second toe in line with the knee. We're drawing that knee in towards the chest. Now, if it doesn't come up that high, that's okay. You can even just have it down here, just as long as you're getting that stretch. So if you're here, maybe you're going to place your foot into the crease of your elbow and you're going to rock the baby. Now, we're keeping this leg that's straight out in front of us, we're keeping that leg engaged. And reverse. Good. And bring it in. Good job. Now let's cross it over. Maybe stacking the knee if you can. Walk that hip back, exhale, fold forward. So it's a big stretch into the hamstring, into the calf. Let's not hyperextend that knee. Let the head hang up. And slowly coming on up, draw the knee in, go ahead and release and send that leg on down. Let's go ahead, take it to the other side. Again, just bringing the knee in as much as you can. Try not to slump, so we don't want this action. We definitely want to be able to sit up nice and tall, hold the knee in, and rock that baby. So you're just rocking. This leg, again, stays strong and engaged. Good. Pause and hold. Draw that leg in. And then cross the leg over. Inhale. Walk the hips back. Exhale. Come on down. And slowly coming on up. Let's draw this knee in and release the leg out in front of us. All right, so I'm going to have you come bent knees onto the heels. Use your core to guide you on down. So we're going to ease ourselves down, coming down, nice and slow, and release on down. Good. Knees in. Heels in towards those sits bones. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale. Working a little bit more of the core, hands back and behind the head, elbows wide. Imaginary orange between the chest and the chin. No floating toes. Okay, so secure that back, lift up, and pulse up for 25. So it's going to be a pulse, 2, 3. A little more challenge Your arms can come at your side. We've got 5 more. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Settle down. Turn your head to the left. Back to center. Turn your head to the right. And right back to center. And let's send both of our legs on up. Good. So now we're here. We're going to keep really good control of our lower back. So you can always slide your hands underneath your hips. You can have a little bit more of a bend into the knees if you feel that's necessary too. We're going to drop one leg at a time and then bring the leg back up. And we're just going to alternate. So we're going to take that 10 times on each side. Notice how it is a target to the lower abdominals. Got 4 more on each side. So here's 4. Last 3. One more on each side. Good, and pause here. Release your hands from underneath. Let's make some circles onto the ceiling. So back to massaging the lower back and reverse. Good, bend into the knees, hug them in, curl into a ball. Good job, and release the feet on down. Arms into cactus. Let's go with just a little brief opening again into the hips. Knees come out to the side. Deep breath in. Big exhale. All right, let's bring those knees back together. Good. Send the legs back up. Hands can come back and behind the head just to rest. So we're going to bring the left leg down, right foot slides on the inside of the leg. You really want to make sure that your lower back is staying connected to your mat, that it's not arched, you're not arching in the back and floating up. Okay, so we're going to alternate legs and then slide the left foot down the right leg and then bring it back up. Again, targeting lower abdominals. Again, keep an eye on that lower back. So I didn't tell you how many. We're just going to go until I say stop. Let's just go with 3 more on each side. So here's 3. Last 2. Last 1. Good. And send the legs back. Good. Not a full plow. Bring the feet down, arms down at your side. Let's just come into a bridge pose. Now, it's optional to slide those shoulders underneath, take a grip, no splaying knees, secure feet. Okay, no floating toes. Open up the chest. So this should feel really good to counter all of that back strengthening that we've been doing. And then slowly release the grip, lower on down, and knees in towards your chest. So great job. All right, so we're going to move on, and we're going to come into a hip opener, right? So we're going to just bring our left ankle to the top of our right thigh. We're going to weave on through and catch that right shin or the hamstring. I'm going to flex my left foot. I'm going to let my left elbow rest into my left inner thigh, drawing this right knee in towards my chest. Inhaling and exhaling. And so we're just here briefly. I'm going to slowly unwind. Feet come back down, arms down at your side, press the hips up, bridge pose, sliding the shoulders underneath, maybe taking that grip. Slowly releasing the hips on down, and then bringing this right ankle to the top of my thigh, weaving on through, catching the hamstring or the top of the shin. Flexing the right foot, right elbow onto that right inner thigh. Give a squeeze of that left knee in towards your chest. Notice the opening, the difference between the two sides. Good, and slowly release. This time, hug the knees in towards the chest, give a good squeeze. Let's go ahead and rock up and down on our spine. All right, slowly coming on up. We're going to move into another hip opener. This is going to be optional for you as to how you want to take your hip opener. I like to come maybe into a pigeon. So my right leg would come forward, my left leg would go back, sending my toes back. But this may not work for everybody, and that's okay. So you can do an alternative to this, rolling to the outside of that right hip and even bending this left knee back and folding over this right shin. So you can do that as your hip opener. If there's something else that you like to do, maybe you like to stack one foot on top of the knee and then the other, and then you would gently come forward. But you choose what is going to be best for you. So again, I'm going to get into that pigeon. My right leg comes forward. I always make sure that my toes are pointing straight back. And lower on down. Make sure that I can let my head hang heavy. Inhaling and exhaling. Want a little bit extra opening into that hip, you'll flex this foot. You want to take the breaths, specifically the exhales, direct them into the hip. All right, slowly ease yourself out of that hip opener. Whatever you took, roll to the outside of that right hip if you took pigeon. Swing that back leg around, and we'll just go ahead and take it to the other side. So now this right leg comes back, the left leg comes through. And then I'm just going to send my chest on down. Go flex this left foot, bowing forward. Again, noticing the difference between the two sides. I'm really noticing more of a opening for my hip flexor on this right side. I'm pretty deep into my left hip. Listening to the sound of your breath. Couple more breaths here. And slowly coming on out of the pose, whatever you took, rolling on out of it. Bringing your legs out in front of you. Taking the right hand to the outside of your rib cage, sending it on down, going over to the other side, left knee in. Good, reaching out in front of you. Let's go ahead and make our way down onto our backs. Bring your hands onto your abdomen, soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. Listening to the sound of your breath. And then slowly draw the knees together. Send the right leg down and hug your left knee into the outside of your rib cage, and let's go ahead and round out our ankle. Done some really good work today. Good job. And we're going to roll slightly onto our right hip. I'm going to drape my leg over my body, and I'm going to go for just a gentle twist. And keeping both shoulders down, and then just gazing on over. And then slowly coming back and around, and hug the knee in. And release the leg down. All right, let's bring our right knee into the outside of our rib cage. Squeeze. Pull slightly onto the left hip. Drape the leg over. Both shoulders stay down. And then slowly and back and around. And sending that leg out in front of you. Reach your arms up and over your head. Lengthen out. Give a stretch to the toes. Bring your arms down at your side. If you have your essential oil, now would be the time to get a little bit of that. Place whatever scent that you enjoy, maybe rubbing the palms together. So I've got lavender today. And then just cup your hands over your face. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let the feet fall wide. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Allow the body to make its way into Shavasana. From the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, rest softly. Feeling the weight of your body rest into the earth. Resting here peacefully in Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Go the big exhale. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes and rock your head side to side. Taking that bend into the knees. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Nice big hug for showing. Send either arm up and over your head. Roll to your favorite side. With a gentle push of the upper body all the way to the ceiling. Bring your hands to rest in prayer at your heart and dip your chin in towards your chest. And I thank you so much for being here. I'm grateful to share the practice with you today. Wishing each of you a happy, healthy, and safe rest of your day. Namaste.